Hello, my name is Father Elias. I'm a brother of St. John, and with some good friends we are trying to start up an affiliate for EWTN in all Dutch-speaking regions of the world. But that's not important right now. You might say, is he really in Holland at the moment? No windmill inside? No, actually I'm in the south of France, in a very nice place where I sometimes go to pray and walk in the mountains. I've gone to a nice cool place in the shadow because I would like to contribute to a debate that has been going on in the social media, especially in America, Catholic social media, and it's a debate about heaven and hell. On one side we can see how Bishop Robert Barron has said that there is reasonable hope that hell is empty. There's just demons, there's no human souls. That means all men will be saved. That's reasonable hope. And on the other side there is let's say a group of lay pundits. They do not belong to the clergy, lay pundits who know their catechism and their theology quite well, by the way, who say that is not true. It is against Scripture, it is against the tradition of the Church, it's against scholastic theology. Now that discussion sometimes turns a little bit too much into a Calvinist black and white discussion. I know it very well because my country, the Netherlands, has many Calvinist churches that split up, sometimes about important matters, sometimes about completely trivial matters, but they split up. You know, that kind of discussions is like a schoolyard of a kindergarten where boys are shouting at each other, "You're dumb, you're ugly, you can't play football, you're always with the girls." At some stage, the kindergarten teacher runs out with maternal care. She tries to convince the boys to be nice to each other, hold hands, make peace, not discuss. Debates like that very often end in one of the two extremes. Either the endless bickering of saying yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and then they split up and everybody does what he feels like doing. Or the other extreme, which is like a kind of matriarchy of niceness. Neither of the two extremes are healthy for anybody. They don't solve any problems. They in fact postpone the problems. I would like to add something to the discussion by talking about purgatory. We have in our Catholic theology a very precious concept. In fact, we have in our faith a very precious reality, which is called purgatory. We should talk about that, because it's somewhere in between heaven and hell. And, on the other hand, it makes sense. Purgatory makes sense. It's very realistic. Unfortunately, other Christian dominations are ignoring it. They don't talk about it. Others deny it or are fiercely against it. But we, as proud and grateful Catholics, we can talk openly about the purgatory. And I think to add this concept of purgatory to the discussion might actually be helpful. Before starting to talk about purgatory, I must confess that I actually agree with the side of the lay pundits like Taylor Marshall and even the Baron bashing Michael Voris. I agree with them. I agree with them that it is not in accordance with tradition. It's not in accordance with the purity of our Catholic faith, the clarity of our Catholic faith, to say that hell is empty or that hell might be empty. It sounds very nice, but in fact it is not nice at all, because it denies the human free choice.